this. Oh my God, it took all my damn annotations out. Are you kidding me? Okay. All right. I'm going to go through this and we'll type out this G code as if we were actually putting it into CNC. And when I'm done, we'll actually go ahead and put it in CNC. All right, so first line of any, I should start it. And I'm going to make some notes as we're going along. Okay. First line of any G code, G20. Second line, N106, H plasma 1, Power Max 85. Our next line is our hashtag fabhead dot mode equals cut. Okay. We identify the point of origin. I'm not going to put the 6 decimal places in. I'm just going to use 1 decimal place. All right. And now we have to identify the start position of this circle. There's actually 4 different ways. Actually, there's probably infinite number of ways that we can program the circle, but for this lesson, we'll say our start point is at x0, y1. We identify that. Sorry, forgot that. We'll identify that. We want our torch to move to our start position, which is x0, y1. And I'm going to put in parentheses, identify start position. Okay. Our next line would be G603, start of a shape. Okay, and line number 7, we need to tell the torch to turn on. And I'll let you know, I actually found out you do not need to type in the semicolon and torch on. You can just put in M50. Okay. All right, line number 8, we have to identify the end position of the circle, the end point, and we also have to determine the incremental change from the start point to where the center of the circle, to the origin of the radius. our codes I and J, they are actually part of coding in the circle. And I'm going to explain that in greater detail on the whiteboard. But for now, we can either do G02, which is a clockwise circle, or G03, which is counterclockwise. Let's do counterclockwise. G03. We identify our endpoint, which in a circle, it starts and ends at the same place. Okay, now we have to determine our incremental change, which from the start position to the origin of the radius, that's 1 inch. It's a horizontal change. Moving from the start point to the center, we don't have any vertical change going up and down. We just have horizontal change. So that's going to be an I adjustment. So we'll need to put in I 1.0, J, there's no change, so that's J 0.0. We also have to put in our speed. We'll just say 25 feet per minute. Okay, I'm gonna write in what we did here. Okay. When we're cutting circles, it's always a good idea to put the line in twice. That way we make sure that every inch of that circle is cut out perfectly. And I've just found that through personal experience. You don't have to put the speed in again. Okay. Now that we have cut our circle, we need to tell the torch to turn off. We need to tell the torch to raise. And finally, we need to tell the torch to go back to our point of origin, which is x0, y0. Oh, come on, man. All right. Put down here that I'm just going to take a snapshot of the screen here in case for some reason it does not save. All right. Now we are we're going to move over to our CAD portion. And we're going to manually enter this code to see if it would work. What we want to happen is we want the circle to be in the same position as if we actually drew it in the software. So hopefully that happens. Next, we identify the start point of the circle, which was x0, y1. All right, next we start of a shape. We need to tell the torch to turn on. Line number 8. This is where we input the parameters for our circle. We enter the endpoint, which is x0, y1. Jesus. X0, Y1. We need to put in our incremental change, which in our case was I 1.0. We had no vertical change, so J is going to be 0. I'm going to take that. Okay, now that we've cut our circle out, we need to tell the torch to turn off. Raising the torch. Prior to and lastly, save this as
Hey Ron, I was paying attention, but I'm on a break with my job now, so I have to be back at 2:20. But
okay. Well,
I screen recorded. I screen recorded what you was doing, so I'm about to write it in my notes right now.
yeah, I recorded this whole lecture, D, so I can send it to you.
Appreciate that. Thank you. I just told them about you. So I said I have an awesome instructor. His name is Ron. I just told my job about you.
Thank you, D. What did I do here? Right. Let's see something here. Okay. Forgot to put in the speed, so it won't draw it. Now. And there we have it. We got our circle. So if we hit play, the dotted line here on the y-axis, that's just where the torch moves to the start point of the circle. So I like the code that we wrote, and everything looks good. It's going to cut twice, because like I said, you cut the entire circle twice. It just ensures better cut quality. Okay. I'm going to just open this up so that I can come on. Okay. Yeah, so, man, this is annoying. All right. So we got a good code here. And let's go back to CAD. So let's see. This circle is the same as this circle. So yeah, it was a success. I wanted to mention too, Dee, that anything that you put in parentheses, the software ignores that. So you could actually type in a novel if you wanted to, and it wouldn't matter. You can put as much information in there. I just labeled everything just to kind of explain things as we were going along. We're actually almost out of time, but like I said, this is a multi-part lecture. It's so okay. I'm going to go ahead and close this. I will send you a copy of this lecture, and I'll also send you a copy of the code adjustment lecture from last Friday evening. But that's about it for today. So we will have our meeting tomorrow at our regular time. It was just
1 p.m.
Yeah, it was today. It was because I had to push everything back. I had to push my morning group back, which ends up making me push you guys back because we had a staff meeting about Mr. Harry passing away. Did you log on to the 1 o'clock Zoom meeting for the student body? Dave?
What do you say? What do you say? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. It was going in and out. I'm sorry.
Did you go to the 1 o'clock Zoom meeting for the whole school?
No, I didn't. I'm sorry. No, I didn't.
Did you hear about Mr. Harry?
Yeah, I read the email and I sent the text, saying I sent my condolences out. So.
Okay, all right. I just wanted to make sure that you know about that.
Yeah, I had got a group text. I don't know who's who's the leader of the group text, but I responded to that.
Okay, all right. Okay, well, this is it for today, and we will pick back up tomorrow. We'll start talking about the rules for programming the circles.
Wow, suck, there's only me and you in class today? Wow.
Yeah, it's just me and you. I had a feeling the attendance would be low today because I had to change the times. And some people are sad about Mr. Harry, and it was just a disruptive day.
Right.
But I'm not complaining, D.
Of course.
All right. Well, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll send you copies of these lectures.
All right, I appreciate you. Have a good one, okay?
So.